Welcome to Assertiveness, brought to you by NHS England, South West. We'll be defining assertiveness and identifying passive, aggressive and passive-aggressive types of behaviour. So what exactly is assertiveness? Assertive behaviour means focusing your goal and being self-aware. It definitely means being true to yourself, continuously building self-esteem. Being assertive is nurturing yourself, but not only this, it means showing respect for your rights and others' rights. In a 2018 study, Speed et al. Stated that assertiveness is associated with behaviour that reflects our best interests, including standing up for oneself without significant anxiety, expressing one's feelings comfortably, or exercising one's own rights without denying the rights of others. When we lack assertiveness, we find it difficult to stand up for ourselves and assert what we want, need and feel, and it can manifest in several ways, including excessive agreeableness as well as hostility. So just why is assertiveness so important? Two key reasons are that effective communication brings about the achievement of individual and/or shared goals. Assertiveness also increases your ability to reach these goals whilst maintaining your rights and dignity. Shaw, in his 2020 publication, Alpha Assertiveness Guide for Men and Women, said that the skills acquired in assertiveness training are valuable for both our personal and professional lives, enabling us to find ways to become our own master and to avoid being trampled on, to get what we want without being aggressive, to reduce stress and to gain clarity in interactions by knowing what to accept and when to say no. And finally, to improve self-esteem and self-confidence by being more assertive. An effective way of checking to see whether or not you're assertive is to ask yourself, can I express negative feelings about other people and their behaviours without becoming angry? Am I able to exercise and express my inner strengths? Do I recognise and compliment other people's achievements effortlessly? Further questions include, do I have the confidence to ask for what is rightfully mine? Can I accept criticism without being defensive? Do I feel comfortable accepting compliments? Am I able to stand up for my rights? Am I able to refuse unreasonable requests from friends, family or colleagues? Can I comfortably start and carry on a conversation with others? And very importantly, do I ask for assistance when I need it? There are a number of assertive rights that all people possess. The right to be assertive, the right to request that others change their behaviour if they're infringing on your rights, the right to use your own time to answer questions, the right to express your needs even if they appear to be illogical. It's also important to be aware that there are responsibilities attached to all these rights. Sometimes we're prevented from being assertive because we fear change. We don't want to accept that we're being submissive when we assert ourselves. Therefore, we don't acknowledge the need to become more assertive. We're concerned about how the things we state will impact on certain relationships, especially in the workplace, where there are often imbalances of power and authority. And sometimes we just lack self-confidence. When an individual comes across as passive, there are specific behaviours and feelings that convey this. These include low self-confidence and self-esteem, together with a lack of self-respect, self-put-downs and negative feelings and thoughts about yourself, feelings of inferiority when comparing yourself to others. Passive individuals prefer others to be in control of people and situations and can sometimes feel guilty towards others. All of this can lead to demotivation. On the other hand, people sometimes come across as aggressive when they think that they're actually being assertive, and some of the signs that demonstrate aggression are a negative attitude with a lack of self-confidence and low self-esteem, a lack of respect towards others and even putting others down. There's often a demonstration of feelings of superiority and an attempt to control people and situations. Individuals who behave aggressively will sometimes be disinterested in others' thoughts and feelings, becoming angry towards others and therefore being quick to blame them, failing to listen to others or ask questions, and demonstrating a dismissal of feedback are also signs of aggressive behaviour. The type of behaviours we aim for if we wish to be more assertive are demonstrating a positive attitude marked by self-confidence and high self-esteem, showing respect for ourselves and towards others, and taking responsibility for ourselves. Assertive individuals are usually motivated to do a good job, while showing an interest in others' feelings and thoughts, asking questions, and generally being honest and direct. Assertive individuals are effective at listening to others and are comfortable asking others for feedback. Assertiveness is demonstrated by a range of non-verbal signals, which include making eye contact and adopting a good posture, maintaining an appropriate physical distance, gestures and facial expressions that convey a sense of positivity, adopting a positive tone of voice, inflection and volume, paying attention to fluency and the timing of the delivery of a message, listening actively and focusing on the content of the message can also help with demonstrating assertive behaviour. One of the hardest lessons to learn when becoming more assertive is how to decline politely without feeling guilty. But why is it hard to say no? There are many reasons for this, but some common ones include a fear of conflict or disappointing someone. Saying no seems inappropriate or it's a sign of weakness. You're concerned about how others will perceive of you if you decline. And finally, you always say yes, or everyone else is saying yes. Despite these feelings, how can you learn to say no assertively? Well, firstly, remember you're saying no to that particular request, not the person. If the request takes you unawares, or you haven't got sufficient time to think when you're asked, you can always say, "I'll let you know," in order to give yourself time to think about what you want to say. Take responsibility for saying no Avoid blaming the other person for asking you. And always ask for more information if you need it in order to decide. So what are different ways of declining politely? Some ways are as follows. Normally, I'd say yes, but I've already committed to X, Y, and Z. Or I need to decline, but I do hope you'll keep me in mind for the future. Would you please reach out again? I try very hard not to make commitments I'll likely need to cancel. And because of the timing here, I can imagine needing to cancel at the last minute, leaving you in a last-minute scramble to find someone else. Because of that, I need to say no. Not this time, but thank you for thinking of me. I'm grateful for the opportunity and for you thinking of me. However, I'm totally booked with commitments I made months ago. I sit down with my calendar on Sundays. Would you please send me all of the information I need? And I'll let you know on Monday if it works with my whole schedule. When do you need to know by? I ask because if it's in the next week, or month, or quarter, I'll need to say no. I love the cause and I'm so glad you thought of me for it, but I simply can't commit right now. I can't make a decision right now and I don't want to hold you up, so feel free to ask someone else. Thank you for asking me, and I know you asked me because you thought I'd enjoy it or it would be a good fit for me or an opportunity for me. For the future, I want you to know this isn't the kind of thing I'm likely to do. However, I'd love to tell you what I tend to say yes to. Can I share that with you? Changing your inner dialogue can help with becoming more assertive. Some helpful ideas from Chatter by Cross and Assertiveness by Murphy are the following. Positive self-talk can be valuable in many settings, taking back control and shaping our work and relationships. Self-talk can change a negative internal narrative into one that is positive. You can do this through practicing positive and supportive statements. I am strong, confident, and an effective communicator. I stand up for what I believe in. My thoughts, feelings, and emotions are important and deserve to be heard. We've come to the end of the podcast, but if you'd like to know more about assertiveness, here are some useful resources to help you. Thank you for listening.